Welcome back. So, doing a bit of work on this, and this is where the base is. So, I'll take that off because it's not been glued down yet, like a little drone. Just trying to make it livable. Now, I'm going to just switch to the other camera with my horrible mug on. Bear with me. And well, there we go. Right. So this is the base. Now, the idea was that these ball things were going to be viewing things like, but I just worked out that I put this big flappy thing on there to protect the windows if there's a storm, but what's going to protect these? And also, painting them was a complete and utter pig. Kind of beyond, I was trying to copy the reflection of the space station, which is a lot of work for very little. But what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take them off. He says take them off. Take them off. Spray them white and make them look the rest of the base, and then later on I can add some more details to them. So I've got some googly eyes to add as lights and stuff to it, so I'm going to put a few details on. So let's have a look and see what we can do. So as you can see, I'm going to go back to the other one. I'm going to put this back down here. And tomorrow I hope to be working on the, you can see what I did there. I tried to be clever and I tried to do like a reflection of the space station and then the moon surface, which was all fine and good for the visors, but not so good on large areas. It works, in fairness it works, but it just doesn't work. I think they look better white. You probably disagree, you probably go, they look great as they are. But you're not as mad as me. So how am I going to do this? Well, there we go. So what I'm going to do is put one on top. They're a bit sticky from the varnish. So that's another problem. So, going on there, I've got these little red, I don't know if you can see it, it's just tip it up without breaking. I've got to get a case for this. Got these red things here. I can kind of imagine people tying stuff to that. Like their gran, the kids, if the kids aren't going to bed. My kids don't go to bed, they're terrible. I want them to go to bed. I'd love them to go to bed. So, open the glue. Let's get a bit more height. Right, okay, so I'm going to try and take the end of the glue off. So as you can see in the image here, it's a bit kind of clogged up, it's not been used for a while, so I'm going to twist that off. Nice. Like, okay, so I'm going to put a bit of glue on here. Unlike my normal videos, I have prepared a few pieces for this. So I'm going to put this on top, like about there. That's good. And then we'll do the other one. All things being equal. I mean, these things are built on the moon, probably abandoned after a while, repaired a few times. So, they'd have to be perfect. Now, you'll probably notice it going, well, there's some rust on there. Well, again, some of it's a mistake, some of it's deliberate. So, what the idea is on the moon, or even a space station, where the oxygen escapes, it mixes with iron and other materials that are bombarding it, and moisture escapes as well out of these places, because moisture does that. It's the joy of moisture. Okay, that sounds wrong. So, yeah, moisture escapes. So what happens when moisture escapes is it kind of reacts with what's around it. Okay, now I'm going to try and put one of these. This is quite hard to do because I've kind of gone and put moon stuff on. So how about if I go about a thumb's width? You don't get more technical than that. Boom. Okay, now luckily it doesn't all have to be exact because none of it is going to be close to any of it. Okay, I'm going to put another light over here because I'm going to guess this one. It's about right. It doesn't matter at this stage. Ooh, hopefully you can see. Let's just put the arm over it. Down for the groin shot. Okay, so we've got little lights on there, which are quite cool. Not perfectly spaced, but not the end of the world. We don't want perfection, we want the impression that this is a space station on the moon. Because where else would you have one? Right, so I'll put it about there, don't I? So about from width. So there, that's good to me. The thing is, the model's so big, you're not really going to ever be able to see that things aren't exactly equal unless you take off the components and put them next to each other. And I could probably do that for the building, but I'm not sure where the fun in that is. I kind of like this randomness. And I'm sure that on the moon they're kind of just using the best of what they've got available. You know, they've got to use light equipment that's landed. They're using cargo containers, which are these things quite a lot. And then sheets from the rockets. Yeah, so I suppose there's a few things that are kind of transported in. Right, before I was going to like that, but then that means I've got to put it somewhere and do more painting. And I don't want to do that. So, there we go. So I'm going to take that off. Might have to put my handles on this. Just going to try and do it carefully so I don't scratch the paintwork, which I'm going to spray over. That's the type of wally I am. Okay, and let's try and get this off the other side. Same issue. It doesn't come off really easy, look. He says, whee! But so these, I don't know what it is, this might be the spray or something, but these rubber bits on here have gone well tacky and I don't quite like it, so I might have to take them out and replace them with something. We shall see. For the moment they will do as they are, but if I do something, what I'll do is I'll colour it very differently to the rest of it. I've got these from Cigars. It might fit in there just right. Should I give it a go? Should I give it a go? Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's do things in real time. Okay. So I'm going to put it on there. I'm going to take this horrible sticky thing out. And we have a little red ring there, which is not great, but hey ho. And that fits pretty darn perfectly. Only problem is the other type here has got the same bit. So when I put them on, one of them's going to have to lose their thing. But which one? Top or bottom? Top or bottom? Top or bottom? Bottom or top? Well, if I do the bottom, then this is part of the full hole, but then that might be a resting point in the box. If I put it on this bit, then I've got a bit more easy to paint it. So I'm going to do that. So off that comes, and we're going to cut off this bit here. Although if I put that on there, it will protect it. Mr. Bond. I'm going to put it on the... Where's my clippers? Let's try and clip the top, and if I make a complete mess at the top, then we know we do the bottom. And if I do make a mess at the bottom as well, then back to the drawing board. So Clippers by Army Painter. I bought these online. Nobody sponsors me because nobody really cares about what I'm doing. Okay, and then there we go. It's quite exciting. See, you get 2 videos today. Not really intended, but I just want to give you an idea of where I'm going with this. That is not pretty, but it's functional. Not pretty, but functional. Okay, I've got to smoke another cigar now to get another one of these. Okay, hey, bonus. Right, so that's going to go on like so. And then that will go in like that. So this is how the magic happens. And suddenly that's become a detail. Awesome! I don't really know I was going to put this in here. Ooh. Luckily, nothing wants to stick to this stuff. So what you do here is you stick some finger, get some beer. Beer. Mr. Beer. There's the beer. Beer. Other liquids work from spit to pee, cup of tea. Right, I'm just going to put that in there, a bit of moisture in there. Because moisture gets everywhere. And then we're going to put that in like so. And we're going to do it by eye. Because getting a spirit level just seems crazy at this stage. Okay. There we go. I like it. And then this should, he says, should come off. Look at that. It's refreshing, isn't it, when something actually works that I do. This is why we don't edit, because where would the fun be in that? People with all these swanky editing skills, which I wish I had and I will do one day, you miss out all the joys, all the fun of things going wrong. Let's take this one out as well. So I'm going to have to do this in my space buggies as well. Oh no, I just noticed one on the other end's falling off. Now it does come with a super glue activator. But guess what? My super glue activator ran out. I'll put a bit of glue in here. So you probably can't see what I'm doing here now. So I'm just putting this back in. And I'm going to go and turn the light off. And you, if you're watching this, just cross your fingers that it doesn't fall off whilst I'm gone. Or I'll make some funny noises. And we're back. Okay, I can see what I'm doing now. Rarity, right. Okay, so dun dun dun. Where is my cheap man's activator? I wasn't expecting to be doing some glue like this. There we go. Right. I haven't got a cheap man's activator. It's gone. It's a spray bottle with water in it, that's all basically. Right, okay, so they seem to be getting pretty firm. Now I'm going to cut the other one and then I'm going to see if I've got another cigar end. Because that's the obvious way to do it, isn't it? Ooh, what if I did one end like that, so that rests in there, and then the other end I have to click in. No, that's too technical. We're not going to go there. So, again, make sure I've got the right end. Check twice, cut once. These clips are really good when I bought them. And then something happened. Like I used them for things that I shouldn't use them for, like trying to cut through metal bars and hey, the bank was closed. Right, okay, cut my toenails. if you're using these to coat your toenails, maybe you should see a chiropodist. Oh, come on. You make me look weak, you stupid piece of plastic. Hulk smash! Right. Okay, so I've probably done inevitable bits of damage to the plastic, but we're there. Yeah. You probably think this. Oh, I told you about the rust, haven't I? Bet, oxygen escaping, blah blah blah, chemicals in the air, blah blah blah. These are burn marks because it's very hard to do convincing burn marks, but basically, this comes down, lands. They fueled it with this. I mean, they can fit it, you know. Right. So it's quite a big droid, I think, and quite reasonable for a drone. Same size as the person. I might even do a flying base for it. All I've done so far is just a toy, and I've just washed it in the same grey mucky stuff that I've washed the rest of the plastics in. Normally I'll spray it with a matte varnish first. Right, and next up is a cigar top. Can't find a cigar top. I know I've got another one somewhere. Do 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 baby shark. That might get done for plagiarism or something like that. Right, okay. So, here's my drawer behind me, which has probably not got anything around you can find reasonably useful, because it's not organised yet. No. Right, anyway, you got the idea. I'm going to go over some of this with a long beard. I could show you that, couldn't I? I can go and get the glue in a minute for the other bit. Okay, so, let's bring this over. Bit of long beard. And my coaster palettes from before. And you can just leave them anywhere you want, these coaster palettes, it's brilliant. What I'm going to do here is this came out of a brush is gone, disasters ensue, we did well for a day. Okay, so, anyway, and then we just dab this on to make it a bit more white. That's it. I mean, Longbeard's really good little colour. It's not white. Oh, well, I got to paint with my left hand. I'm not even left-handed. This is going to be bad. But you can see what I'm doing now, which is good. Mental note: set camera up for right-handed use. So you can. I like to dab with the colour, but I also like to stroke. And you get bits on this black here, which is fine because at the end of the day it's all a mess in space. Nobody is out there cleaning every day, and if they are, they must be really disappointed with their life choices. I'm on the moon. What do you do on the moon? Cleaning mostly. You could join the army for that. Right, okay. You still see what I'm doing? Yeah, brilliant. Good for you, not for me, but still brilliant. Okay, and I'm just going to do a bit more. Let's turn this around. Just do down here. Do, 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 do. I think that's one of the things I like about doing the moon stuff, is whatever you do, if you make any mistakes, you can just literally just go over it with a bit of Longbeard, and suddenly it's dirty, but in a good way. I've got little lights on here as well, so I'm just going to dash them, and I'm going to put a little bit on those hooks that I showed you earlier. Okay, and somewhere I put a little bit too much rust. Here we go. Get my palette. You're going to come down, go up. And there you are, there's a little bit too much rust. Which is fine, because a little bit of long beard. And I'm going to go down to represent the light hitting it and the regolith settling. Suddenly, all is good in the world again. And I'm going to do the same up here as well. With this, the burn marks, they've probably been there for a while. That's my excuse, I'm going to stick to it. And I'm going to just... You've got some lines on here, which are like tubes and pipes. It's actually glue that I lost control of. And now lines and pipes. Sometimes, rather than trying to repair something, just use it. Like life. Okay. I think you just kind of dab where you kind of think that you might do something good. Oh dear, I see another small child crying. See, when am I meant to do all this? It's a very good question, isn't it? I'm just going to do these in here. I've got some numbers on here which the good lady gave me. 2. You can just see it there. So, and I got a 1 over here. And guess what number 3 is? It's number 3. They have come out absolutely rubbish, but the fact that they're there means the world to me. I might go over them in ink, but I haven't got an idea what colour to do it in. Right, so spray these white, give them a wash, let them dry overnight, give them a dash of white sponging, and I think that's pretty much... Oh, I got to do the... So the base is basically the stuff that I use to make it all dirty. It's really dirty underneath, but that's fine because it's new. So I'm going to again use one of my favourite colours, a Longbeard Grey. And I'm going to try a bit of an experiment with this. I'm going to try and put a few bits of this Dawn Yellow. Dawn Yellow. I might chicken out and not do it. But yeah. Right. You don't want to see how do you want to see how I do this? Do you really? Not really, do you? But you're gonna. You hear? If you're still at this point, you probably want to see me doing this. So, what you should do is wear a glove, and then on your glove, go. Or if you're really clever, get your this and use it for so you can see your colour. See, that's how. This is a Longbeard versus white. It's a lot more dirtier, which is like the moon or your mum. Right, so I'm just gonna just try and pick up some lights. Right. I'm not sure if this is dry. I did put a lot on there. It might need the light to dry off. It has been out in the sun today. It might just be that my Longbeard Grey just isn't grey enough. The plan is to go around the outside of the edge of the base with a grey, like I do with my models. What is going on here? This colour's really good normally. Let's try a bit on here. So I'm not pushing very hard because I got the brush very loaded up. So sometimes if you load your paintbrush up, you don't want to push too hard because you're just trying to catch the edges. But if you've not got much on there, you can go pretty hard. This Longbeard Grey, you can pretty much get on everything and anything you like. You probably not seeing any difference. I'm not. But I know it's there. Some of the stones have come out really nice. But generally, as you can see, so there's a nice stone here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and pick him out. Sometimes if you see a stone you can just go, there's a nice couple of bits of rocks here. There you are. So you can see there's probably some textures on here which is like kind of fluffy. Yeah, I don't really know what the idea there was, but it's there, it's done. People can make their own mind up what it is. Just take some paint off. Go back over these. Just lots of layers, just different trying things. It don't make sense. You can see what I'm doing there. I'm not even really trying to get all of it. It's quite random. Right, I think I'll do. I'm going to go and do the white spray job, and then tomorrow we can see where we are. Alright? Yeah, even when the camera's off, I do this. I'll just pick up the brush and start fiddling. But I need to find the other gold cap from the cigar end. It's got a little star on it, which is quite nice. So I want to keep this base non-American, non-EU, non-Russian. I just kind of want it as like an old abandoned base, basically. Sort of like mystery ensued. I've lost my language skills. Welcome back to another day of Matt losing his mind. Okay. Right. And in the style of my mum trying to turn off the mobile phone, I will see you next time. Who knows what it might be? I've done something wrong here. Ah, there we go. I can say goodbye now. Goodbye now. I've done it again. I was trying to stop professionally. When I did that, I turned my head and I moved the mouse, and so it wasn't able to stop recording. Skills.